Alright. I need someone to be on my team. Who wants to be on my team? I'm okay with that. My team usually doesn't hit me. Okay. Should really do something. Alright. At this point, you know, you have a single pole, a single sword against two sword borders. A large amount of defense against a small amount of offense. Alright? You would think that they should reasonably have a good shot here. Whereas if he and I are somewhat communicating together, they will really not have much repair at all. Ben might be able to kill them single sword on their shield. If his shield is no longer in front of his body and he's constantly getting knocked around by something heavy, Ben's going to have a much easier time. If my first shot goes there and my next shot puts here, then Ben is very easily going to begin to cut through their line. So far, if we do that at full speed, I didn't kill anybody. I did not actually make a kill, and I get no credit for it. It did, however, allow someone who may have been a swordboarder who's now wounded, it gave him a very strong opportunity to begin being very aggressive again. Whereas, if we were simply trying to take them one-on-one, if I chose to fight my person, he chose to fight his person, then at that point, we're having to try to work things out. If we do the exact same fight, but we're watching out for our compadres, there's a very strong chance that I won't get a kill at all. Yeah, both of them have died, and neither one of us at any point are really in a significant amount of danger. It really doesn't matter how many people there are. The exact same thing applies if you have a couple more. It doesn't matter. Whatever makes you comfortable. Get wherever you, if this was a ditch, get where you would get. Over there. Okay. At this point, the problem that you would see is this. So far, there's a dangerous pulley guy against some guy with no defenses. Pretty bad for him. What I see in this situation is he has to close an extremely long distance to get to me. He's kind of got that I'm coming for you kind of stance, but he's sort of hugging up on a pole. So he's probably not too likely to outcharge me. That guy has a short pole, and he's standing so far behind his shield that if God loved him right now, he wouldn't be able to touch me. So I know that guy is zero threat to me right now. I know that you are a fairly large threat to him because he's a little guy, and you're a little guy, and I'm big. So when my leadoff is something that takes you into him, that's two people out of the battle right away. They're going to see me overextend, and it's going to be their time to come. Well, I'm pretty much confident of that. So now that I've knocked you back and they're on their way, it's time for me to start opening people up. At this point, Ben's already made a kill. This guy's out of the action. Ben's low on defense. If I were him, I'd get the hell out of the way and put a little faith in my buddy. So this guy's down, and things are back up. You just blew your only shot, and the world just turned real bad on you. Exactly. At which point, now these people are very likely coming back into the game. So at this point, I'm in a really good sweep position. Once again, not really a real good kill shape, but a good kill to start manipulating the force of the battle, or a good shot to begin manipulating the force of the battle.
These guys, I would have taken his pull on and sit in the face.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I missed, but
because that's what you're saying in the original class is put that and look someone else.
Use your opponents against the best you can. Everyone look at little dude with red right now. What do you think about him?
He's wearing wicker bandit. Nobody knows what that
Quick, what do you think?
Fast fighter, agile.
Okay, what do you think about him? Quick.
Nothing.
Blank mind. All right.
Limited defense.
Limited defense. You know what I think? Looking at his eyes and the way he stands, he doesn't look like someone who's confident that he's about to win a battle. He looks like someone who just got knocked around a little bit and he's not really sure what's going to happen next. That means that he's got that little bit of fear in his eyes. So when he sees something big and heavy coming back at him, he's not the type of person that is going to think, all right, I can throw this block and I'll counter-strike with this. He's the kind of person who's going to think, oh my God, here it comes. And that's going to be his thought. When you start manipulating people in that way, when you have this guy who has a fair amount of confidence, the first thing that happens is he gets hit in the face by his own shield. He's probably, in most situations, not going to be like, oh, well, that's okay, I planned for that to happen. Because nobody really plans for that to happen. You know, the first time that you feint up and somebody covers like that, and the next thing you do is you pop their shield into their face, you are taking them away from what they want to do. Because at this point, this guy's thought is generally, I'm about to run a pole. That's what he's thinking. That's what all of you who have ever fought sword and board think, isn't it? I'm about to run a pole. Now, in less than a second, if it turns to, catching a shield in your face or getting pounded in a way you didn't expect, your very next thought is not, let me set up again and run a pole. It's, something has gone wrong here. We have broken down, failure in the system. As you can cause that to happen, that is removing your ability. If we say line up right now, and it's me and him against you, what has happened is you have chosen to face 2 people. And that is the rules right now. 4 on 2. As we begin, and as I begin trying to manipulate the flow of the battle, I'm taking that away from you. I am choosing that the first thing that's going to happen is these 2 people are no longer going to be fighting us. The next thing that's going to happen is this person is going to catch a heavy shot from the side and begin to open up for my poor little lone defender over here.
You're going to be defending because you're taking a free shot.
Right, because as I'm sweeping here.
So at this point, what's happening is you have decided you're going to face us with 4 people. I have decided you no longer will. Because I am forcing you to play the game that I want to play, I'm beginning to manipulate the flow of the battle. The difference in this comes with know your role. If this is now the style that we're fighting, this is kind of like looking a scared dude over there. At this, if you saw what I just did to you and your buddy with this, are you nearly scared of this? Alright, and if you saw when I was waiting left and right, that's what you're going to be expecting because that's what you're used to seeing out of that. This weapon does not have the ability to change the flow of battle that way. I cannot hit this guy hard enough in a reasonable way to begin manipulating the flow of battle. What I can do is move much more quickly and score many more shots in a different style. So you must understand your role. My role here is no longer to open things up because I really don't have that option nearly as much. I mean, that looks like a center punch shield and that's a shame. But to a certain degree, you know, like if I have my buddy closing, I can throw a quick little something to try to open. But largely speaking, I'm not going to be able to move mountains anymore. I will be able to throw quick little flicks that leave me largely open and not facing my direct opponent. The other thing that allows me to do is move very quickly overhand. So as I begin working quick little overhands, a lot of times when people see something coming at their face, whether it's actually going to hit or not, they will cower. The longer that I can keep all of you cowered, the better chance my very mobile friend here has to begin attacking you, closing on you, and scoring the kills. Let's go and line up and we'll do this full speed, and you'll kind of understand what I mean by, if you have the intention right now, you don't have to tell me what you want to do, but if you have the intention right now, I'm going to come kill this guy, try to think when this is all over about what that did, like how you felt that may have changed during the flow of the battle, and then we'll discuss why that feeling may have changed. Everyone get wherever they feel comfortable getting. Ready? All right, lay on.